Heart Nation, what's going on? This is your boy Wonder. Welcome to the 9th episode of Heart to Heart. I took a little break because I had so much going on, working on a new album, working on a lot of things outside of music, and just outreaches and within my church, also ministry things. And so I'm just happy to be back. I wanted to take a little break with focusing on so much, especially with the album. But I really wanted this to stretch out toward the end of the year, so that's why I kind of held off for the last 3 episodes of season 1, which meaning, yes, yes sir. In the words of my boy Dad said, yes sir. Yeah, we're coming back for season 2. That's why I'm excited. So, what does that look like? You could be the greatest of the greatest, and you could be the most dopest, rawest entertainer, whatever you do in your profession, your business, and your character can be here. It's not gonna work. This week's episode is based on character. Tune in, check out episode 9. Get ready, Heart to Heart. Okay, we live in a world that's out of control, but stay focused, king, and aim for your goals. Yeah, my queen, stay classy and hit them with the glow. Boss up, make moves, that's more than what you have to show. We poppin', not stopping, we dropping. Dressing what's real more than trend topics. Winning, the only thing that is option. Pulling those in lost and that need guidance. I know you like to brag and you love the flaws. To get where you going, yeah, it's gonna cost. I sit down with your boy, let's have a heart to heart. Character, man, character is so important. It's one of the traits that I really embrace wholeheartedly. I think it's important that you love, that you treat people with respect, with dignity, to have integrity and honor in everything that you do. I think that's really important. I don't care if you're a singer, rapper, if you're an artist, if you draw, if you are a business owner, whatever the case may be. If your character's jacked up, 9 chances out of 10 is really gonna not last that long. And it's crazy because I remember as an upcoming artist coming up and seeing people that, wow, man, these guys are so much further than me. You know, they're gonna go really far. And then to see that how God has blessed the platform and continue to grow it. I'm looking around for the same people that I thought that I would pretty much be on their heels, and they're either not doing it anymore or they just didn't see the results that they were looking for. In a mixture of that, church hurt, mixture of that, it's a lot of things that cause people to kind of stray away from the music scene, not getting as much as support as they wanted. But when you got the right perspective and when you really understand why you do what you do, no matter what you're facing, no matter what hurdles, it's not going to defer or it's not going to turn you away from doing what you're called to do. And doing what you love to do, because when you're called, you have a high tolerance level. Meaning, even though realistically, you may have a short fuse, you may don't have the strength, but through God's strength, you do. You're not willing to allow another person's action dictate how long you do what you love to do and what you're called to. So I just want to encourage you out there who's ever in the music world. We're doing this to serve the people. To serve God's people, and this is why we do music, to love, to give them an outlet, to give them encouragement, to help them grow in love and realize some things in their life that can pinpoint and help them be better at. That's why we do music. We do music to encourage each other to love and grow. So character is really important to me. Character is the main asset that is a necessity into growth, into expanding your territory with whatever you do. And honestly, man, character, you will do behind closed doors what you do in front of people who you're constantly in front of. Like, character is you will do the thing no matter where you're at, no matter who you're around. You will stand up for what's right. You will do what you believe in and what you know in your heart of hearts that, hey, nah, this ain't cool. So character is really, really important. Character really kind of defines who you are, in a sense, to your personality, to how you treat others. Of course, we have moments where that doesn't define you, but if you continue practicing these habits habitually, then sooner or later it'll become you and a part of you, and then it makes it that much harder to shake it off and to really break away from what it is that's kind of keeping you in this funk. So What are the best things that you can do to help get out this funk? Number one, why? Revert back, go back, reminisce. Why is it that you do what you do? Why is it that you wanted to come in this arena, in this area, in this particular gift and spacing that God has placed you in and gifted you with? Why is this something that you want to do? What is the key? Why do you want to deliver what you want to do? Whether it's through music, whether it's through art, whether it's through business, whether it's just through hobbies, whatever it is that you do, whatever you love to do in your spare time. Why do you do that? You have to reflect and revert, because you have to understand God was with you through it all, and He kept you through it all, and He's still consistently keeping you through it all, even if you don't see it that way. He really is. Number two, with character, man, do you love you? Like, do you love yourself enough to know that, man, okay, I got to get myself together. Like, I'm just a mess. I'm cranky. I'm being disrespectful. I'm not being loving as I know as I can. So do I love myself enough to fix what needs to be fixed and reminiscing on why I do the things that I do? Do I love the people around me enough to reflect and see what's going on with me? You have to reminisce. Number one, go back to the why. Number two, you have to love yourself. I think that's the most important thing you could do, because when when you treat yourself like how you want to be treated, you will treat others the same. So if you treat others like how you want to be treated, you would want the same love, attention, affection, respect, honor, integrity, dignity. You want all these things to be a part of your life, then you have to act on those things, comes to number three. Understand that it's not about you. Understand that when it comes to doing what we do, it's to share. It's for purpose. It's purpose driven. It's to shed light to those that are struggling, to help those who have lost their way or don't know what it is that they want to do, or they're trying to figure out life in general. And so, with that being said, man, we we have to do better as a whole, as a people, as a culture, as a race, just as a human being, individual. So we have to come to grips and understanding that it is never, ever about us, and it will never be about us. Four, which comes to the next step, which is four. You got to reminisce. You got to go back and ask yourself, why did you do it? Number two, you have to love yourself through it and understand that you treat others like how you want to be treated. And number three, you got to understand that it's not about you, which goes into this next segment. Number four, servanthood. That's what it's about. It reflects on to number three, but it really brings it home. And when you understand that it's about serving the people, and understanding it's about loving the people, whether you feel they deserve it or not. Everybody has their days. Everybody goes through. But at the end of the day, hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. So even through the midst and the struggles of their arrogance and cockiness and just unrespectful ways and deceitful ways and just not really treating you accordingly and think that you are beneath them, you still have to love those people. You still have to show the love of God and show them that, look, you can do everything you want to do, but you will never break me. And I think that is the most powerful thing that you can carry, is knowing that someone is trying their hardest to break you and they can't. And they get more frustrated. And that's only through God's grace and God's strength. And so understand that people cannot break you unless you allow them to. I've been experiencing this like the last 3-4 weeks. Like just certain person's attitude, certain person's disrespect. And I can see it as that. I understand that's what that is. But I don't react to it. Which brings you to number 5. don't react, because they're doing what they expect you to do. And when they know for a fact that they have you under their skin, under your skin, oh, they're gonna push them buttons even as T.I. would say, expeditiously. And they will continue to push those buttons, but don't allow them to trigger you. Don't allow them to bring you down to their level and stoop to their level, because that's not you. That's not who God created you to be, and that's not what God wants for you. So just understand that nobody can break you unless you allow them to. So with that being said, number one, revert back, reminisce. Why? Number two, love yourself. Treat others as how you would want to be treated. Number three, it's not about you. Never will be, never has been. So just get your eyes off self. Number four, you definitely have to make sure that you serve the people wholeheartedly, and understand that only love can drive out hate. Love conquers all. Number five, no one can break you unless you allow them to. The only way they can break you is if you allow it. That's it. They have no power, no authority, no dominion over you. They're not here, and you're not here. No. In God's eyes, we're even all the way across the playing field, all the way across the board. So understand that character is very important. Integrity is very important. And just know that these things you will need to survive. You will need to make it. You will need to advance to new levels and new heights in your career, business-wise and in your personal life. And I promise you, you'll be a lot more happy. So I just wanted to share my heart a little bit on this episode of character, how important it is, and how we need to treat it as an asset and not a liability. And so I thank you guys for tuning in. Please subscribe to the Heart to Heart Mondays YouTube channel, and chime in, let us know your thoughts, share it, comment what you think about it, what it is you want to hear, what you want me to talk about, and we can go from there, man. I appreciate every subscription, every like, every comment, every view. Thank you so much for the love and the responses that I've been getting and receiving. And so we're going to continue this and heading out on the last two episodes of Heart to Heart, which is going to be very important, that I think that you really need to tune in to and really grasp a hold and understand. All right, it's your boy Wonder signing off. Until next time. We live in a world that's out of control, but stay focused, king, and aim for your goals. And my queen, stay classy and hit them with the glow. Boss up, make moves, that's more than what you have to show. We poppin', not stopping, we dropping. Dressing what's real, more than trend topics. Winning, the only thing that is option. Pulling those in lost and that need guidance. I know you like to brag and you love the flaws. To get where you're going, yeah, it's gonna cost. I sit down with your boy, let's have a heart to heart.